Hey, good afternoon and welcome back to Questioning Sense with me, Matt. Hope you guys are well. I'm absolutely tip-top. I've had a day off today and I've got another 3 days off. So, all about having some fun, chilling out, spending some time with my family, indulging in a bit of cookery and drinking some beer and probably a couple of bottles of wine. Anyway, all good here. So, last night I noticed a video came up on my feed and it was Stephen at Redolescence and he did a tag video which he's left open, and I thought I'm going to jump on that because this was about vacation or holiday fragrances, and he did a list of 10 that he's looking to wear when he goes on holiday, and that got me thinking I have missed holidays like nothing on earth. We did get a week away in Kent last year, which was nice, and there was a bit of a heat wave, so it did feel like a proper holiday. But I love travelling. I love getting on a plane. I love the whole adventure of it. And last year we were supposed to be in Portugal. That got cancelled. We were supposed to spend some time in France with my family. That got cancelled. And then we were set to go to India, to Goa for Christmas, for a beach holiday. My son's first hot Christmas, and obviously that got cancelled. So I'm desperate to have a holiday, and I'm hoping possibly we might get abroad this year. I don't know. I mean, where are we? March. It still looks like it could happen, but ultimately it could be very doubtful. But after watching that video, I've thought about very little else other than fragrances and holidays. So I thought, do you know what? I've got a ton of videos that I need to do, but I really, really want to do this one. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do 10 holiday fragrances, or 10 fragrances that me personally would take on holiday, or I'm dying to take on holiday, or one noticeable mention. And obviously I have to get this out of the way, I'm not including Orto Paresi Bergamasque in this list, and the simple reason is I bang on about it too much. This has accompanied me on countless holidays. It's by far for me the most enjoyable fragrance I've ever worn in heat, and it's obviously going to take the #1 spot, so there's not a lot of point doing it. I'm always talking about it, so I'm not going to put it in the list, although I am really going to be taking this on holiday and wearing it. I wear it in the sun, I wear it in the cold, I wear it everywhere. So I had to get that out of the way. So what we'll do is we'll look at the noticeable mention, and this is from a Rosa Salas. This was sent to me by Vitor, the main man at Rosa Salas, as one to try, and it's a 10ml, and I'm absolutely besotted with it. It's called, where has it gone? It's called a Lucayan, and this is apparently named after the original inhabitants of the Bahamas. That's what that's where the name comes from, and it's absolutely stunning. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I'm definitely going to need a 30ml of it. It's a beautiful summery fragrance. There's lots of citruses going on. You've got some vanilla. You've got a little bit of spicing. It's absolutely potent. It really, really does capture the magic of the Caribbean. And it just, it smells fantastic. I absolutely love this one. So as I've only got a 10ml, I'm not going to include it in the proper 10, but I am going to tell you this. I'm certainly going to be gunning for a 30ml, a bigger bottle of this one, because it's beautiful and it really, really lasts. And the thing is, I know that when it's hot, this is going to do so well. When I've tried it twice now on sunny days, and they're not hot days, they're just sunny days, and it comes alive, it just bounces off your skin and smells amazing. So this is my honourable mention, and that is a Lucayan from Rosa Salas. Okay, so what we'll do, as you'll expect, I'm going to use that wonderful term. This is going to be a whistle-stop tour. We're going to go through 10 fragrances that I think are going to be absolutely blinding for a nice holiday. And bearing in mind, when I go away, I like it to be hot. So all these fragrances are fragrances that I adore wearing in hot weather. Right, let's go. Okay, these aren't in any order at all. The #1, Bergamasque is my #1, so I've taken it out of the equation. All of these are equally as important for various reasons. So first up, we're going to look at this one, which is from Byredo, and this is Oud Immortel, and this is gorgeous. It's delicious, it's fruity, it's got a real smell of limoncello about it. There's a little tiny bit of oud in it, but you wouldn't call it an oudy fragrance. It's sweet, it's appealing, it's long lasting, it does well in the heat, it makes me smell amazing, and it's just, it's really, really nice. I generally tend to try and get 50ml or 30ml bottles, but I had to get 100ml of this one, and since I've had it, look at that. I've absolutely thundered through it, and that's been wearing it all year round. But in the sun, this feels great, and it makes me smell amazing. So that's a definite one that's coming with me. So that's the first one, Byredo Oud Immortel. Next up, another one that seems to pop up in lists, which I haven't done a full review of yet, and that is Fiero from Azeroth in the Casamarati collection. This is gorgeous. It's a very gentlemanly, sophisticated fragrance. And it has the most gorgeous, sweet, sharp, realistic Amalfi lemon smell about it. And then it goes on and becomes a very, very complex sort of masculine fragrance, but it's quite fresh and it's quite invigorating and it smells divine. If you can't get hold of this, because this is an expensive one, if you look at Dior's Eau Sauvage Parfum, the dry downs are quite similar. So you might not necessarily need to get this one. But what I will say is, in the Casamarati collection, you can get 30ml bottles of this, and I recommend that because I think you can probably find them if you look around discounters. The 30ml for about £70. So that's a really, really good way of getting your foot in the door and testing it out, because these big bottles are expensive. You know, keep your eye on the Facebook groups and things like that. You might find it there. But this is glorious. Obviously, it's a pig to travel with. It's a big bottle with this spiky thing, so I would always take a decant. I never travel with any of my bottles unless I'm buying a bottle at duty free or something like that. It's just a bit of a hassle. But there you have it. That's certainly coming on holiday with me because I absolutely love it. Right, next up we have Trumper's Sandalwood. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I have mentioned this before. Sandalwood in hot weather. Yes, sandalwood in hot weather is amazing. This is beautiful, and it's one of those ones that I absolutely love to wear. You know, when you've had a day out, you've been out, you sort of, you know, jumped in and out the pool, maybe you've been to a restaurant, you've been to a bar, had a few drinks, you know, you've done your sort of hanging around the pool, or even better, if you've been out on one of these kind of excursions, or you spent a day wandering around the local town or anything like that, the sun's beating down on you, you know, you're sweaty, you're hot, but it all feels great because you're on holiday. Now, I am blue-eyed of Scottish descent, so I have to be very, I mean, I do actually go quite brown, but I have to be very careful in the sun, especially for the first few days, because I don't want to get burnt. So it's always lots of skin cream or, you know, sun cream on and that sort of thing. And then in the evening, when you come back, you have a nice fresh shower and you're ready to go out. I love the feeling of having a sandalwood heavy fragrance on my skin. It just makes me feel clean and fresh. And what Trumpers does is it uses some really banging citrus, some quite sharp, spiky citruses in the opening with a little bit of spice that leads you into this encompassing and glorious sandalwood. This is beautiful, and it's got such good performance. It really, really lasts, and it copes well with heat. So it stays on your skin for a long time, but you go out and you'll smell very, very gentlemanly, very, very refined, very clean, very fresh, and very lovely. So this is definitely coming on holiday with me. Right, next up we have Guerlain Homme. This is the bomb for hot weather. It's beautiful. It's, you know, I think a friend of mine, Matthew, said that, you know, it's his perfume of choice for sitting in a pub beer garden, and I make him right, because this is where it absolutely shines. It's beautiful. This mojito, this mojito-like opening, this lime, this mint, this rum, and then on top of, you know, the sort of Guerlain that you would expect. It's beautiful, and I think this is such an affordable fragrance for the quality you get. It lasts very, very well. I get a minimum of 7 hours performance out of this stunning bottle, and I absolutely love it. It's just perfect for the summer. It makes me feel of parties. It makes me feel of cocktails. Summer holiday in a bottle. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I do wear it all year round, but in the sun, it absolutely shines. So I really, really strongly recommend that one. And this is certainly coming on holiday with me. Now, my lists wouldn't be a list. We've already mentioned Berger Musk as an addition, but one that I love on holiday is Megamara. Now, I know what you're thinking, but that's a bit mad. It is a bit mad. It is a bit strong, and it is incredibly long lasting. And it also works again all year round. But the other year in Portugal, wearing this, we went out on a speedboat with, you know, my family and some friends. And there's something about being on a fast boat. The sea was spraying all up in the air, and I got that lovely smell that you get and associate with this. So I always associate this with the sea. So another one that's perfect for romping around on the beach all day, because it doesn't go anywhere. You know, you can apply this, smell fantastic, put your suntan lotion over it, jump in and out of the sea, jump in and out of the pool. You'll still be smelling of it. You know, it doesn't go anywhere. You can't sort of burn it off. So this is perfect for a holiday. And if you like that really rich, deep, dark, aquatic, with sort of hints of seaweed, some woods, a bit of fruit in there, lots of musk, very sexy fragrance, it's just absolutely perfect, and one that will certainly be coming on holiday with me. So there you have it, Orto Paresi Megamara. Don't get it on clothes. Right, next up, a relatively new one from me, and this is from Cadillac, and it's called Oud Classic, and this is another absolute belter. This bizarrely, it's managed to put in compliment after compliment when I've worn it to work, and that's in normal weather. In the heat, this is going to be absolutely formidable. It has a watery, aquatic-like nuance to it, but there's some citruses and there's a very soft white rose that floats around in the air around you. Incredibly long-lasting. I mentioned this in the review. The Cadillac say that this will last on your skin for 48 hours. I've got no reason to disbelieve that because it does seem to go on forever and ever. And I know I've not had this when it's been hot, but I know for a fact this is going to be an absolute belter in the heat. It's perfect. So certainly one that I'm going to wear. And this is also a bonus because my wife likes wearing this as well, as you can see. So she'll be able to wear this. So again, you know, 2 decants are better than 1. So yeah, perfect. And this is Cadillac Oud Classic. This is going to be an absolute belter in the summer. I highly recommend you get it. If you do want this, by the way, Aroma Concepts sell it, and the QS10 10% discount still applies. So if you wanted to take advantage of that, you can do. But that one is certainly coming on holiday with me. Okay, next up, we're looking at Rose Gold by Ormond Jane. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking he's gone completely bonkers. Why would you want to take a rose oud on holiday with you? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the opening on this is summer paradise. There's lots and lots of really fresh citruses. You've got bergamot, you've got lime, you've got a little bit of lemon, and then it drifts into this wonderful rose oud. But it's a tafe rose, it's an airy rose, it's light, it's not dense, it's not too dark, it's not too heavy. The oud is very nuanced, it's very easy to wear, there's nothing challenging about it at all. And then it drifts into a wonderful dusty sandalwood that actually makes you feel like you're in a really warm, sort of deserty kind of, or hot environment. So this is going to be absolutely perfect for holidays, especially in warmer weather. I'm going to be also wearing this an awful lot for work when the warmer weather comes. I love rose and I love oud together, and this is the perfect combination for warmer weather. It just works so well. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay, next up from El Haramain, we have Amber Oud Gold Edition. Love this. This sweety, fruity, vanilla-y cocktail that's just divine. It also has really, really good performance. Yes, it is a clone of Suspiro's Herba Pura. I totally get that. But this is a fraction of the cost with the pretty much not that far off performance. This lasts and lasts and lasts. It smells sweet and fruity and really, really lovely. It's not, it does get quite heavy in when it dries down. So this would be one that would be perfect for sort of like, you know, if you're going out, you know, you've had your fun in the morning, you're going out in the afternoon, you're going to have some food and stay out. This would be perfect because you've got this almost, you know, realistic melony type fruity opening. And as that develops, this sort of creaminess, this vanilla comes into it with some woods and a little bit of musk. And it just works really, really well. I liken this to a bowl of fruit salad with some ice cream on it that melts. And that's kind of what it's like. Obviously, there's a little bit of muskiness, but not as much musk as, say, an Herba Pura. So it's not offensive. It's just clean. It's fresh. It's fruity. And then it becomes more indulgent as it dries down. But it really, really does last. And it copes well in the heat. So this is going to be perfect for a holiday. Okay, next up, we're down to the final 2. And this one is going to be Cap Neroli by Parfums de Nicolai. I absolutely love this one, and I'm going to need another bottle of it as soon as possible. I always like Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, and I do love Neroli in general, but I've not had the greatest success. I mean, I've only got one other real Neroli fragrance that works well, that lasts for me, and this absolutely lasts for me. I mean, I found it after trying Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino, not getting particularly good performance out of it, but loving the smell. So I was looking for an alternative, and I found Cap Neroli, and this is glorious. It's a Neroli bomb. It works, it lasts, it really, really does last incredibly well on my skin. It makes me smell clean, fresh, and slightly gentlemanly. Although this is a unisex fragrance, I think it does lean a little masculine. But certainly both sexes will be very comfortable wearing it. It smells divine on both people, but it's just, I mean, some people find this quite feminine. I think that it just works for me perfectly. There is another Neroli from the house as well, but that one's, I can't remember what it's called now. I think it might just be Neroli Intense, but that's got quite a lot of honey in it, and that just didn't, I mean, it's very, very nice, but it didn't work quite as well as this one. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And if you're a fan of the house, then I strongly recommend you sample this, because I think it could be the Neroli fragrance that a lot of people are looking for. You know, a lot of people like me have had trouble getting a long-lasting Neroli fragrance, and this one certainly is. So there you have it. And then finally, this is one for the evenings, or the mornings if it's not too hot, and that's Acqua di Parma Colonia Essenza. This is beautiful, and this is my other Neroli fragrance that I mentioned earlier that does really well on my skin. Rich thinks this smells like imperial leather, and I kind of get where he's coming from. It does have that vibe to it, but it's very clean, it's very polished, it's got citruses, it's got Neroli, it's got some woods, it's just absolutely divine. And this is, I know this is such a cliche, and every reviewer under the sun literally has said this, but this is your white shirt, your crisp linen when you go out in the evening after having a wonderful day out. It's the perfect way to wear it, and that's also kind of the perfect way to describe it. It's not a beast. I get okay performance, okay to good. After an hour and a half max in warmer weather, it stops projecting, but it does stay on my skin for a very long time after. When I say a very long time, at least 5 or 6 hours after that. So it's a good 6, 7 hours. So if you're going out in the evening on holiday, this is perfect. If you're in the morning going out, and sometimes when we're on holiday, you get up early, you run around, you want to go to the shop and do, get all your bits and bobs before you spend the day out. That's when this will really, really shine, because it's just got that clean crispness to it that's quite gentlemanly. It's quite refined, and obviously, like all Acqua di Parmas, is incredibly classy. So this one will certainly be coming with me as well. So there you have it, really. My fragrances for my next hot holiday, obviously with a couple of honourable mentions, i.e. Bergamusk and Lucayan from Rosa Salas. And I will just say again, if you do get a chance to get a sample of this one, please do. In fact, just buy the 10ml because you won't regret it. It's a fantastic frag. I really, really rate this one. So there you go. I hope you're planning a holiday at least, or thinking about one, because I think, the year we've all had, the last 12 months have been incredibly tough wherever you are in the world. So let's hope brighter things are coming and we all get a chance to go away and have some fun and enjoy ourselves and spend some time with the people we love. Anyway, thank you very much. This has been very much an impromptu video, and I couldn't help myself from doing it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And normal services will be resumed, and we shall see you on the next video. And by the way, if you haven't seen Stephen at Red Essence's video on this subject, please watch it, because he's put some cracking fragrances in there, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy that one too. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Cheers, and